Hello, my name is Richie from Social Repose, and today I'm going to be doing a screaming tutorial. I've gotten a lot of requests to do this kind of video, and I've kind of just never gotten around to doing it because I don't really consider myself a really good or professional screamer. I'm still kind of a beginner at it, but I do it in a lot of my covers out of necessity. So I'm going to be showing you the 4 types of screams that I do in my videos, and kind of what little secrets that I do to make them sound real good. Alright, so I generally classify each of my screams into either highs or lows, high being like the really high-pitched trebly ones, and the lows being like the Cookie Monster growls. I'm going to start off by showing you my favorite type of scream and the one I probably use the most in my original music and my covers. I kind of classify it under kind of like a mid-high scream, and I call it the circa 2009 Ollie Sykes scream, where it's really shouty, not quite a scream because you can still hit notes, which is the really important part, but it's really raspy and mean sounding, and it kind of goes with everything. And that scream is a mixture of the diaphragm or the chest and the throat. Now I know everyone is gonna yell at me for saying you're using the throat. It's wrong, you shouldn't do that because it ultimately damages your voice, but as I said, I'm not a professional screamer and that's how I do it, and I think it sounds okay. So if you mix the two and just use caution, then you won't strain your voice too much. If I lower that same scream about an octave, I use it for a lot of like grungy, raspy stuff, or like anything that I do with like Linkin Park or like the White Stripes. I do it for that. Potato! The second scream that I use, and this one I use a lot less because it actually does hurt my voice, and I can only do it a little bit because I'm not that good at it, but I need it for like the really, really heavy stuff, like the deathcore and just the straight up metal. If you're trying to be like Slayer, or just like really bone-crushingly brutal, you want to learn how to do the vocal fry, which is what this one's called. I think officially the vocal fry, but I call it the dying cat because that's what it sounds like. Now this one is pretty much 100% from the throat, although you try and get as low into the throat as you can. So kind of the bass noise you want to make to start off this yell is the kind of like you're coughing up a hairball, which is hence the dying cat, so it's like a So the third scream that I do is a low growl, and I guess it's called like an exhale growl. The bass noise to this one is you sound kind of constipated. I mean, like a lot of the screams kind of start like that one, but this one's like really, really like, you know, funny sounding. Start with like the like it goes all the way into the chest, but like you go as low as you possibly can and try and force out as low of a sound as you can. And this scream gets coupled really well with both of the treble screams. It'll sound real nice. The fourth and final screaming technique that I use not that often, pretty much it's only for like deathcore and like the heaviest of the heavy. When you really want to scare off some parents, you want to do this growl. It's called the inhale growl, and this one also comes from the chest and stomach, where you're pretty much just inhaling like but you kind of close your throat a little bit, so you just go, but then take it further and kind of push it real hard, so you go. And the more you push into your stomach, the deeper and more heavy it's gonna sound. Couple that with the vocal fry and you got yourself some solid deathcore vocals. Well, I guess this was less of a tutorial, more of a showing what I do, but I hope this helped you even a little bit to shed some light on how I do things, so maybe you can do them too. And also I found that adding like a touch of distortion to your vocals makes it sound that much more heavy. I know that's kind of cheating, but it does sound good, and a lot of metal bands do it if you really listen to their record. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, comment, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff, okay? And just to let you know, my album comes out this week. You should pre-order it. If not, you should watch all the Yalta videos that I've uploaded, and there will be plenty more to come. So I will see you guys soon. Okay, bye. Mwah. I can't feel you anymore.